So today was the first game of the pre-season tour out in Bangalore. It was hard getting back into the swing of things, getting back into waking up early. Again, this is the first game of the season for us as well. But yeah, I think it went really well.
The Lancashire Cricket pre-season tour 2024 was a daunting task because we had never done anything like that before. That being said, it changed the way that we broadcast the rest of the season. Any of the outgrounds, we would only use minimal camera crew and the rest of the team would stay back at our home in Emirates Old Trafford.
I think it's great for us at Badger and Coombs to be covering the Lancashire Cricket pre-season tour because not only do we get to cover the men's games, but we also get to cover the women's games. And we get to put that into a digital space that's accessible for anybody who can watch it, fans of the club, people who are fans of the women's team, but also that up and coming talent or young women who are interested in cricket and want to get into women's sport.
We've come so far from just providing a service for members who couldn't physically attend because of COVID to something that's so much bigger than that now, and we have a partnership with Badger and Coombs that is innovative, problem solving, and when you're in that space of pushing boundaries and trying to keep pushing the service level, why wouldn't we ask you to come and help us to do remote broadcasts from here in 2 different countries? Why not?
We are here at the Emirates 7 Stadium in Dubai and it's an amazing place. Quite lucky to be here actually, the facilities are fantastic. There's some rugby pitches over there, but we're here in the middle of the 3 ovals that are here, and our team is just setting up the cameras now in the engineering station here. Back at EOT, Josh and the guys are getting ready for doing some line tests and stuff like that, which is just so incredibly quick and easy. So we've got this High Vision 460, a High Vision 380, a Pro 380 and a Pro 460, plus an Air 320 as well, which we're using for the program feed, actually sending the program mix back. But in essence, we don't really need that. We could actually not need Katie here to an extent where all those individual feeds can go back to EOT and they can be mixing them there.
Okay, Frankie, on the wide shot, I'm going to hand it over to you for directing now.
Thanks, Katie. Going to come to camera 1 first.
The beauty of it is though that it runs on a protocol called SST, which kind of bonds together all connections, so we can have a bit of Wi-Fi, a bit of 4G, a bit of 5G, and an Ethernet connection, and it treats that all as one connection. We can send cameras, we can send our audio, we can send our talk back, and our return feeds can come back the other way. So it's like creating this big sturdy pipe back to EOT. And ultimately what we want to get to is that we could have those rig times and all those kind of things, reduce the rig day. We wouldn't need rig days anymore. The cameras would turn up in the morning, they'd pull them out of the boot of the car, they'd plug them in, and they'd be good to go. It's just like news gathering. How quickly the news gathering happens, it's the same sort of system. Tomorrow, the guys will get in dead early at EOT. We'll do a couple of quick tests first, and then our first game is at 10 o'clock in the morning here in Dubai. So we've got a little bit of pre-show to do, and we've kind of been collecting a little bit of content today at training just to play out beforehand. And we'll be putting some microphones on some of the players, and they'll get to talk back to the commentators in the studio at Emirates Old Trafford. They'll be able to have a conversation in the outfield during the game. As time goes on through the season, we'll be bringing fans who are watching the game at home to talk to the players in the outfield and vice versa. So that engagement of bringing the fans closer to the game and all that sort of stuff is what we're aiming to achieve.
So Lancashire win the toss and bat out in Dubai against the UAE women, which will be coming your way in around about 10 minutes time.
We talk about Badger and Coombs being a production company, but we are digital creatives and we are becoming far more digital integrators in the projects that we do. So we don't just come here to live stream the game of cricket. What we're actually doing is we're supporting the analysts, we're supporting the cricket department, we're supporting the coaches, we're supporting all those elements. If you look at women's cricket and maybe look at women's rugby, the audience isn't there for women's rugby on Sky Sports and on TNT Sports yet. And I say yet because what we have in regards to our technology is we have the opportunity to grow that audience at a price point, at an entry point level that doesn't cost a fortune.
I think one of the barriers has been the historic view that Sky have 2 big OB trucks and it cost £80,000 to tend them to a ground. But technology has moved on so fast now that you don't need an OB truck at a ground. We've proven it with Sky or drop-in commentators and pick up the Lancs TV feed, the Badgers feed, for a county championship game that we're providing.
You could live stream every single one of your games, put it through a marketing exercise, grow the audience, and then take it to TNT Sports.
So actually we should be broadcasting more women's T20 games. So even if they're not on Sky, we should find a way of being able to encourage Sky to go, well, we do it in the men's county championship actually, so are there some games where you don't bring some OB trucks down but you drop in some commentators like you do with the men's county championship? And I think that's the thing that we have to keep talking about.
When I started doing my degree 9 years ago now, this is not where I thought I would be at all. I always wanted to just operate cameras, but then the environment at Badger & Coombs, growth environment, allowed me to try a lot of different things. Managed to try my hand at directing, and I think because I had an understanding of what the camera operators had to do, I had a better perspective on directing. From there I've just kind of grown over the years as the kind of sport's grown as well, you know. Women's sport, especially women's cricket, hasn't been broadcast digitally for that long, and I feel like my growth is aligned with the online growth of women's sport.
It's a great space for things to be broadcast, especially the level of sport that's more accessible. You know, you can watch the Olympics, but there's many stepping stones before you get to the Olympic or Paralympic Games. And being able to see those stepping stones in the digital space on a YouTube channel regularly and tap in and out, listen to the commentary, having high quality commentary makes such a huge difference. And I think that's one of the reasons why what Lancs TV does is it provides that, and it gives the county's foundation programme, the academy and all of the youngsters that are beneath that, the opportunity to see where they are really very likely to be headed.
You can't see it, you can't be it. It's great to see women doing every part of the process, you know. It's all right broadcasting women's cricket and saying, no, now you can see you can be a cricketer, which is fantastic, but then also it opens up those opportunities for all the other roles around it as well, things that people might not have ever thought of as possible for a career. I was about 12, 13 before I realised, wait a minute, people get paid to make TV shows, that's fantastic.
The future of media consumption behaviour and the habits that are forming over the next 5 to 10 years, it makes perfect sense to employ a company like Badger & Coombs, because these people are living and breathing that way. And I think if you want to then exploit that and be ahead of that curve like Lancashire Cricket have done and have chosen to do, is that you will invest into operating with Badger & Coombs. I think it's a no-brainer really, and we are very passionate about being involved with any organisations that want to be involved with us, and we take on board their objectives. We kind of meld ourselves into the organisations that we work with. It creates a great relationship, and it creates a fantastic opportunity for growth and partnership.